VS was born and brought up in Mumbai province, India, where he gained his first degree in civil engineering. In 2004. He then came to the UK and took his masters in engineering management at Bristol University and worked for several firms in the Bristol area. In 2009, he went back to India to get married to his wife, then came back to the UK. His wife joined him in 2010 after getting her visa. Their son V was born in 2011, but because of the downturn in civil engineering work in the UK at the time, returned to India with his mother for 3 years, returning to the UK in 2014. The S's then moved to London, where Mr. S worked for several firms as a structural engineer, as a contract structural engineer. Mrs. S, brackets, who has an MBA and worked in a bank in India, close brackets, decided not to go out to work, but to stay at home as a housewife and mother. In 2014, VS became a graduate member of the iStruct-E, and later, in 2019, became a graduate member of the ICE. He joined Initial Structures as a senior structural engineer, engaged on design management and business development. In March 2019, as an associate, earning £50,000 to £60,000 a year. In November 2019, he was offered a position as director with the firm, but owing to the COVID-19 situation, the offer was withdrawn, and he reverted to being a senior structural engineer on approximately 40k a year. The firm he worked for, Initial Structures, employed 3 directors, 3 engineers, 2 graduates, and 2 CAD technicians. In March 2020, he was offered furlough, but because he was still a contract engineer, he was found not eligible for this and finished his employment in April 2020. Stop. And has not worked since. Stop. In addition to the income and expenditure set down on his application form, the S's have a leased car for which V pays £399 a month, and the contract runs for another year. In addition to the £2,050 a month he receives from Universal Credit, he also has an interest-free bounce-back loan of £400 a month to pay for his credit card to meet his credit card expenses, which are not covered by the Universal Credit. This bounce-back loan is interest-free for a year, provided he pays back the full amount within the year following. In addition to his expenses, he has his professional fees for the Institution of Civil Engineers and Institution of Structural Engineers of £400. But in order to improve his employment prospects, he would like to sit the Part 3 examination of the I-Struct-T, which would give him chartered status, which involves a fee of £500. To prepare him for this, he would need to attend an online course, which will be a further £500. Assuming that he will not get work for another 6 months to a year, to pay back the bounce-back loan and to cover his course fees, he would need £5,000. This will, after which he would then seek to pay off his credit card debt by himself. Stop. Provided he could get a job within easy access of Haywards Heath, he and his family would be very interested in accommodation at Mill Hill Close and would welcome the opportunity of visiting the development there. Stop.